Hello and welcome to another episode of Certified Engineering. I'm Strutis and this is actually the first episode of 2024, but we're already in the middle of, or at least 1 week into February, and the reason for that is because the E36 have been stealing my time away from the Supra. So the plan is to run the Supra this season, so we have a few things to take care of. And the idea is to start and finish the new exhaust, reinstallation of the AC system, complete the flex fuel sensor installation. We need some wiring for that, and get all the painted parts back on the Supra body. But the first step towards making a new exhaust is getting the turbine housing ready. So let's have a look at that. So here you see the downpipe of my old exhaust, my current exhaust, and as you can see, the turbine housing extends quite a bit with this snout. I'm not that fond of that. I would like to have the downpipe sort of bend down in the same position, but have a nicer bend. And it would be really nice to have a V-band, just because it's cool. Everyone knows that. So let's see how I will take care of that. And the thing is, this will be chopped off. So let's see what we will replace it with. So I actually bought a new stainless steel flange that fits on my turbine housing. I have a new gasket as well, but why not go with a V-band that have this centering thing as well. But then we need this cone. So this is a stainless steel cone. So that one will be welded to the V-band. This length will be cut down, and I will actually make it so that it sticks into the turbine housing a bit, and then I will weld it. And I bought special filler rods for that to do the TIG welding. The turbine housing will be heated. Hopefully that will be okay. So I will turn down the snout of the housing in the lathe so that we can insert this. And if this dimension is correct, then I only need to go up a little bit in order to get this in. And then we have this short radius bend out of stainless, so that will be on, that will have the other mating part of the V-band. So here you also see the nice sort of centering ring. So let's remove the turbine housing. So I will actually try and sheet my way through this. So we have a few nuts to remove in order to disconnect the downpipe from the turbine housing. We have these screws disconnecting the turbine housing to the bearing housing, and then we have 4 nuts disconnecting the turbine housing to the exhaust manifold, or actually the adapter that I made, because the exhaust manifold is T4 twin scroll and the turbine housing is T3 twin scroll, which I made an adapter for with extra outlets or connection points for temperature sensors in both scroll. We will see how that goes. It's a bit tight, but let's try. The turbine housing is out, as you can see, as well as the downpipe. That one sticking out there. So yeah, I need a new gasket for the turbine housing after this, but let's have a look at the actual turbine housing. So here we have the turbine housing. I actually tried to put it up in that lathe to turn down this snout, but I find it hard to do that in a safe way, so I will take the easy way out and cut it with an angle grinder. Then I will see if I can turn up the diameter so that we can get this inside. This will of course be shorter, and the goal is to have the V-band roughly around here. If we manage that, then there won't be a problem to have a nice short radius bend for the exhaust gases out of this. And yeah, not sure if I showed you that, but I do have the correct filler rod for doing this operation, and I will also preheat this before welding it. But let's bring out the angle cutter. So I have made a crude marking of where I want to cut it off. The plan is to basically just cut away the material where you have the threaded part for these studs. I don't want to go too close to the actual turbine housing, so I think I will stay out here. Let's cut it. So the mating surface of the old flange is removed. Not the nicest, but roughly where I wanted to end up. I think I will cut, make these tapered down, sort of, and then just grind it smooth. So let's try and open up this diameter a little so that we can fit this inside. So I have managed to make the diameter a bit bigger. It's a very tight fit, but that's perfect. And I managed that by using the pillar drill with the rotating file, and then this metal piece. So the metal piece would go against this surface, which should be straight, and then I was able to sort of work my way around, and I marked the edge by using this caliper, a cheap one. I would not use an expensive one for that, but yeah, then I got a line to follow, took out the diameter, so now this one fits. I will cut it down quite a bit. I will also cut down these ridges, especially the ones, these two, so that it becomes easier to get the tools in. And the other ones would just be taken down for aesthetics. So just a little bit more work, and then it's ready for welding. So I started to cut away these reinforcement things, and I actually started to grind a bit to make it nicer. So here is all the pieces that I cut away, and then yeah, you see this. I managed to cut myself, so I think that I'm too tired to carry on. At least I didn't cut up my arm this time, just my thumb, and it was a minor thing, but maybe a few millimeters deep. So I will end this right here. The good thing is we're off to a great start. The turbine housing is basically, well, now we still need to do a bit of grinding and making it look nice, but the biggest thing is to make this cone be able to fit in the turbine housing. I have the filler rod here in the garage. I have the burner to heat it up. So yeah, just make it look pretty, and then we can weld it. So that's really nice. But yeah, let's continue this in another episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.